Bonjour, mes amis. My name is Zero, and I have the absolute pleasure to show off the game of the year, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 for you tonight. But before we do that, I would love for my lovely couch to introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Bdud5. I have spent countless hours in like glitchless and 100% stuff. But I've dabbled in restricted over the last few months. Kamu.
Yeah, hi, my name is AvuKamu. I have also speedran Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and I just want to say Zero has been an outstanding pillar in our community from day one, and I am so excited and so happy that he gets to show off this game. Can we get one more hype for Zero, our runner?
Yeah!
Take it away, buddy.
All right. So before we start, I will give you guys a quick explanation of the category. We are running 90% restricted, which means glitches are allowed with a few exceptions. We will cover those when we get into it. But before we can start, we need to know who won the voice language war, the French or the English.
With a combined total of over $40,000 Doctors Without Borders, the winner is French.
Woo! Oh, sorry, I jumped the gun,
And actually, at the same time, we just hit $2.2 million.
Let me go back real quick. I got too excited. All right. So time will start when I hit A here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck, Zero.
Good luck.
Thank you. So the reason I jumped the gun is because the start of the run has a big reset point, and I'm very used to resetting on. So perhaps one of you guys would like to explain windmillage.
Yeah, so this, starting off right off the bat, we have windmillage, the most notorious trick of the game. It is incredibly hard to do, but basically what Zero's going to do, he's going to give himself like 5 attempts to do this. He's going to position himself and try to get into the corner of a very specific blade. Only one of these will get him into the corner with a collision. So hopefully he gets this. Okay. So yeah, this is very notorious. Like I remember trying to learn this. It took me like 10 hours to get my very first try of this. And it's like maybe like a world record pace runner. It might take them like 20 tries or something before they get it every time. But it saves like 2 minutes because we skip the whole like Mael running section and like meeting Sophie and going through the whole prologue. But he's trying to get into a corner, and then he needs to wait until the blade kind of raises up high enough so that he can jump on a flat surface of it. But if he's like even like a pixel off, it'll like knock him off just slightly, and yeah, it's very unforgiving. He could possibly get a backup too. Like if he falls, the blade right under the one that he's aiming for can potentially, like can potentially recover, and it's slightly easier to position yourself on top. But yeah, what's really hard is like you have to do a running jump immediately, and you have just such a small ground window. But he's using this like precise like camera angle and like looking at where the blade covers like a very specific part of like the blue stuff in the background to try to get him up onto the windmill.
All right, one more try. And I will be donating for every failed attempt we have here tonight, so.
Yeah, this is super hard. We do not expect to get this in this run, but
I cannot stress how hard this is. I think when this glitch was first discovered, you know, if somebody got it one try in 30 hours of practice, they were considered a god. Oh. It is extremely...
Oh.
All right.
All right, so we are going to do the prologue normally. At least this will give us a little bit of time to introduce the story. So the game takes place, or starts off, in a city called Lumiere. It's a bit based on Paris. And we play as Gustave. He is 32 years old, and we are going to see his ex-girlfriend, Sophie, before the gommage. Also, Mael makes fun of us by running like twice the speed that we can. Mael is kind of our daughter/sister. She is an orphan, and we're just walking our way over to where we'll meet up with Sophie. And we will have an intro battle here, which is kind of a tutorial battle, introduce the game mechanics. So the game is a turn-based system. You generally have 4 actions you can do. There is attack, which is the physical attack, and that will generate 1 AP for you and do some damage. There are skills. Every character has their own unique skills. There are items which you can use to give your characters AP, heal, revive. And there is shots, which you can burn AP to shoot character. Ooh, wow.
Ooh. That yellow number means crit, by the way.
Yes. So this is actually a bit of a bonus strat. I never do this because I always do windmill, so I'm a bit slow here.
It's very, very rare to get a crit because our base character crit chance is 5%. So that's a 1 in 20 chance of that happening right there.
And it happened on stage. Let's go 0.
The game gives and the game takes. The game doesn't give me the windmill, but it gives me my L crit to make up for it. So that's nice. So you might have noticed there when she attacked me, we were able to parry her attack. This game does have a parry and dodge system, which is really cool because pretty much every attack in the game is avoidable, and you get benefits from dodging and more parrying them. In the case of parrying, you generate 1 AP per parry, and if you parry all moves in the sequence, you get to counterattack. And especially early game, the counters are a lot of damage, so very nice that that's available to us early. This is Sophie, our ex-girlfriend, and we're going to make a quick run down to the harbor before we witness Gommage. We have time for one donation or two real quick.
Sure thing. The French language wasn't part, thanks to the $990 donation from Le French Restream, who says, hello again. This is our last donation. Good luck for the last stretch. Thanks to all the people who participated directly or indirectly in this event. Keep up the wonderful work. Love you all, less than 3. And I want to just give you a heads up. Chat's choosing violence. We are at 55% for the no painted power incentive, so we are getting closer and closer to taking that away from you.
That no painted power incentive is so exciting.
It is very fun to watch.
It's going to add a lot of time in the finale, but it goes through the finale like instead of like 2 turns, we actually get to go through all the cinematic parts, and it gives me chills just thinking about it. So I really want to see that.
Yeah.
Keep donating for it.
Despite making it much harder for me, I also hope it gets met. It's a really cool showcase. All right, here's a little shortcut down the jump.
She looks like a very interesting party member. I hope we get to keep her for a while.
About that. So a lot of plot happens here. So you can see in the monolith in this, there's a number that says 34. And that signifies what age of the population is going to get Gommage. So when it says 34, it's counting down right now to 33. And when that happens, everybody that is 33 or older gets Gommage. And that includes our ex-girlfriend, Sophie. So she's gone. Gommage is a French word for erased. And, well, she's gone. She kind of gets snapped into flower petals. But we're not okay with that. So every year, Lumiere sends out an expedition to try to defeat the paintress painting the number on the monolith and prevent the future Gommages from happening and saving their world and their people.
Yep. Do we want to talk more about the category itself?
Sure. How about one of you guys explain restricted for me while I make sure I don't bite my L here?
Sure. So restricted, any person restricted basically does all the skips that are in the game. We just don't allow like something from unrestricted, which is basically to trivialize combat, the infinite staff glitch. But we are going to do a lot of skipping entire bosses, skipping entire sections. It's going to make combat later on harder because we're a lot lower level and we don't have a lot more pictos and weapons and abilities to go through. We'll go more in depth on what all that gear is. But yeah, it's a very good mix between a lot of broken skips and big, difficult combat.
Yeah, it's a really cool category because you are a lot weaker than normal for the boss fights you do end up fighting. So the fights are much more cinematic and more difficult to route/do compared to, say, a Glitchwas category. So the expedition thing, that didn't go so well. We kind of got attacked as soon as we landed on the shore. Most of our expedition members were murdered, sadly. But Gustav washes up in Spring Meadows, and here we're going to just progress through, try to reunite with our expeditioners that did survive. I'm going to do a quick menu here, and we're going to have our first fight of a Nebron. If perhaps AvuKamu would like to explain what a Nebron is.
So yeah, Nebrons are pretty much the NPC creatures of this game. There are different types, but Nebrons are the most common ones we will run into. They obviously have all different shapes and sizes. All of them, if not most of them, have various attacks. So Zero is going to kind of have to adjust on the fly how he attacks. So that was very clean. Trust me, a lot of runners have lost their run there.
Yeah. So a lot of Neverons will have weak points, and we have a gun that we can use in combat. It uses 1 AP every time we need to use it, but it's good for situational stuff of like shields will be introduced later to like shoot them off. But there is like we hit the weak point, and it's at a good threshold where we can kind of we know that the parry counterattack will do enough damage, so we didn't even have to waste time for an attack there. We just like shot the weak point, shot at his body once, and we knew the counterattack would be enough. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not very AP efficient. They are very low damage, but they have very niche uses. If we are doing a more of a casual playthrough, you can definitely make like gunslinger builds where your main source of damage can be shots, and you can also combine them with certain effects. Like certain weapons will have different effects later on that can take advantage of shots. But for our purposes, we're mostly just to hit weak points, add a little bit of damage every now and then. So here we get our next party member, Lune, right before this fight. Lune's kind of the black mage of the group. She does elemental magic. She has a stain system that we will explain once it's more relevant, but for now, one of my favorite things about running not on expert is that this always kills this portier. So very good fight there.
So yeah, Lune's gonna kind of, like she'll have like magical abilities like fire and stuff. It's gonna come up relevant later because we're gonna get a Picto here soon that's gonna be called Critical Burn. Pictos in general are these special like equipment pieces. We only can equip 3 at a time. And we want to equip them because they give us stat benefits, increases our crit chance, increases our speed, but they also have a very special mechanic that has a creative benefit on top of an existing mechanic. So Critical Burn is going to be a very crucial one that we're going to get on in the cave up here to the right. That's going to increase our crit chance by 25% when an enemy is burning. Now this is going to become very crucial in the very first boss coming up in a few minutes. Because we're going to use the stat values from several Pictos as long as, in addition to that special ability, to try to get our crit rate up to like 45%, almost a 50% chance, almost a coin flip. But yeah, crit chance will come in to play heavily later, but yeah.
So I made a slight detour there. I normally don't get that energy tint. It's a bit of marathon safety, and also I just saw another runner earlier today fail a fight that I could have had if he didn't get that, if he got that earlier, so. On the fly adjustment, Bdud hasn't even seen this yet. A little surprise for him.
What?
But that was a little skip called house skip we did there, where instead of going through the house, we jump up on the right. It saves about a second or so. It's a bit tricky. But one of the main benefits of it is that you can get extra pickups there, like that energy tint or a money pickup called Chroma. So here we have another force encounters with these blasters. These are a new type of enemy called flyers. Flyers dodge everything from that, about an 80% dodge rate except for shots, but they are much squishier and they are weak to shots. So this will be another instance where we will be using shots. We also got really good targeting there with Gustav because he needs to generate some AP, and he doesn't have enough by default. He needs to parry at least one move there for AP.
Yeah, so there is going to be like targeting RNG. There's going to be different move pools with different enemies. Some of them can be kind of scripted, others can be completely random. So sometimes we'll have to adjust in battle based off of if we're targeted, if we get the AP that we want to do skills early enough, if we have to use an energy tint instead, which can waste a little bit of time. There's a lot of alterations where if we get early AP, we might be able to save like 2-3 seconds than having to do that, like energy tint or other like similar skill. We have a cutscene menu right here, which basically when you go into a cutscene trigger, you have force about 3.3 seconds. 3.3
seconds, exactly.
Where the black bars will come down and before the cutscene will actually start. Now, there's a glitch where we can actually bring up a menu during that and do some menuing before that cutscene actually starts, meaning anything that we do in those 3.3 seconds is no time loss. So we're going to try and fit in a lot of stuff in the future. We have Dead Energy 2. On this patch, it actually has a 10% damage buff by us just having it equipped, and it's going to be very, like this next boss is going to be very damage tight, so we kind of need it. We're going to increase our might on this flag, and we're also going to get the skill Powerful, which will increase our damage for our entire party by 25% for 3 whole turns. So we're going to do that at the start of this fight, and then hope that it carries over to when we need to do our very big attack that we're going to try to use to kill a Vec with that 50% crit chance that I explained earlier to try to crit him. So fingers crossed we get it. This is a very big reset point for runners, and you can lose, I mean it differs, but you might be able to lose like 40 seconds if you don't get the crit at the end, so.
I was gonna say, if you've ever seen a speed run of this, you've seen every runner rage at this boss, and this boss is the guy to ruin your runs.
So he's doing a spell right now, so spell is gonna be good for targeting and AP generation, and we can guarantee that both. Yeah, okay, so we're already good with Gustav. Well,
we're good on AP already. We got really good targeting RNG with the spell there.
Just crit.
Also look at above Gustav's health bar. So he has the big move that we're going to use to do a lot of damage is Overcharge, and we need to get his, basically we need to use to like 10 actions to get that fully charged and get the most damage potential out of that. So it's very good that we have that right now. We're aiming for like a little bit past the E on the health bar in terms of damage of where we need to go. Lune target. Lune's not going to be doing as much damage as Gustav. So we'll have to see how to adjust after this.
This will be fine, we can just side slant. But the reason we're doing this is because this guy has a phase transition at roughly 30% HP, where he goes, careful, he's building up chroma.
Ooh, crit.
Nice, we have really good damage here.
And get some praise in chats.
Let's go. Let's go!
Honestly, that's the run at this point. That's a wrap.
Thank you guys for watching.
Have a good night.
That's not highlight right here.
Oh.
Well, you grinding out for PBs, you often go through a bunch of runs just coming here on a good pace after getting windmill first try. And you just don't get the crit and you lose 40 seconds and you go back and do it all again. So getting it is super hype, especially in this setting.
Oh, yeah. Correct me if I'm not wrong, Zero, but I think that boss is actually half your available time save on your PB, right?
Le message, c'est d'aller au nord.
No, my current PB
jusqu'aux
does
étranges
have a good
C'est ça?
effect.
Okay.
That's why it's so hard to run against.
Gotcha, okay.
So we are going to go on to Flying Waters next. It'll be the next area. We saw a message that says that Mayel is over there in a hut. So we're going to head that way, but until then we have a little camp and we have some traversals, so we have time for some donations here.
Sure thing. We have an anonymous Gestrel donating $50, and this is kind of a throwback to what you were saying earlier about Sophie being a fantastic character and party member. For my favorite character, Gustav, I hope nothing happens to him in this game. We also have a rather curious $1,333 donation from a Bdud5.
What? Let's go. How's that portal out?
I'm fine. I've lived 33 good years. Look around. We've had our whole lives to prepare. We're all fine.
I'm not fine.
Mostly.
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 I feel like we skipped a line there.
You will be, especially after that great evac fight.
Yeah, you will be.
I did want to give a quick update. We are almost at 70% for that no painted power. We are getting closer and closer, and every dollar towards that incentive puts us closer to the Blindfolded Simon fight. We are at $2.2 million. We need to hit 2.4.
Yeah, let's do it, guys.
Woo! Woo! Keep those donations coming. gdq.gd/donate, and let's see that amazing fight.
So right here, we just got an autosave, and we're gonna reload it because basically, if you reload a save, the next save that you get right after it will become a permanent save that saves in your like previous saves. You get like 20 of them. So this will be a save that we're gonna kind of like make permanent so that we can use in like a minute from here to skip the curator.
Yeah, we like to call it save duping pretty much. The game sadly doesn't have a manual save system, but it does have an autosave system. And it tends to overwrite your previous autosaves in places where you don't want, but whenever you do this, it gives you 2 copies. So it'll overwrite the top one, but you'll always get to keep a copy, and that's why it works.
We're gonna have Mael up here, so when we go into this cutscene, we're gonna do another cutscene menu, or we would have.
Yeah. No, hold on. I'll show you guys how to do it properly. It's fine.
One other thing that Zero's doing is he's using a debug like reload. He's not needing to go into the menu to reload the save. He's using a debug reload with Alt-V, something that we didn't find until like 2 months ago. Yeah, it was like a Lavis, just like mashing buttons on their keyboard, and accidentally found it one day, and we were like, oh my god. And it saves time having to reload. So we have our save at Mael. We reloaded the permanent save that we made going into the manor. And now if we reload the save as we're exiting, there's kind of like that fade transition where we can override like the save that we're loading into the save, like where we're going's position. So that allows us to skip the curator. Yeah. Did you get a recode, Zero?
I am pretty sure I did.
Really?
Yeah, so I am not going to get the one over there to the right. So a recode is a item that lets you essentially restart your stat attributions or your skill attributions, because those are limited by the levels that you get. And you don't want to be locked into a certain path. So the game does make these available. I'm going to need one eventually towards the end of Act 2. But since I got a drop up, I believe, Vivek, so thank you again, Vivek, we can skip the pickup, which takes about 16 seconds.
Here we're doing some more stat attributions. This is the first time that we're investing in agility. Agility is very, very precise in this because speed depends on who plays. If enemies will play before you, if they'll get more turns over time. So if they're like speed outmatches you a lot, they might get double turns or triple turns in a row. But yeah, it's very precise and also can determine how our party works together, and sometimes we need certain buffs before a certain character plays, so it's very, very important and precise. We have Goblu skip here. So this is our first major skip in the game that skips the Goblu boss. And it's very hard because you're very bouncy in this game. Like, Zero is doing the attack animation because that keeps him from rolling after a big jump. And yeah, like every little part of here, like he has to be very precise because you can just slip off the edge, even if it might look like he was okay. Like right here is specifically is very precise.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
But yeah, he's not done yet. Like at the end here, there's this big invisible wall that he has to climb. Thankfully, with every invisible wall, there's like a you can kind of like have a climbing animation like that you can't use anywhere else.
There we go.
There we go.
That's a lot harder than it looks. Trust me.
Also, I'm sorry because Goblu has a banger track to it, but it has to be skipped.
We would like to preemptively apologize for all the banger soundtracks we will be skipping tied to certain bosses.
J'espère qu'on peut lui faire.
So we're gonna upgrade Mael's weapon here. It'll help with when fighting Francois. Best boy, by the way. But he's also using the debug load with Alt V to kind of put his position back, or yeah. So he saves some time in the distance of traveling from the curator and exiting out of the menu.
Yeah, Bdud briefly explained it earlier, but pretty much as the save is loading, you can interact the world still, and if you do that, then anything you do after that interaction will carry over into the save you just loaded. So a lot of times we'll use it as a shortcut, but sometimes we'll use it for just like warping around the map and stuff. It's a very useful trick that'll be prominent throughout the run.
Yeah. So I'm sure everyone knows what's after Goblu. If you've played Expedition 33 before, it's where you go to find the Gestrals, right? In an ancient sanctuary, right?
I might have went the wrong way. Oops.
I love the Gestrals. Are we going to get to see them?
Well, no.
There's that guy or something.
Oh yeah, there's the password guy. But yeah, normally you have to get the password from Golgora and go through all of Ancient Sanctuary in the Gestral tournament. But yeah, here we're gonna do just an out-of-bounds skip to skip it, and we get to go straight to the Francois fight. So we need to explain a little bit about how Mael works. So we have Mael, she has stances, and her stance is basically when you use a certain skill, will put her into like defensive, offensive, or virtuous. We want to be in virtuous because it gives 200% extra damage. And there's also other benefits where her Pierce move will have increased damage when doing a mark. So that's Gustav's ability. Yeah, and then Lune is gonna apply burns for the critical burn because we applied all the Pictos over to Mael, where now she has the coin flip crit chance of like around 50%. This skip here is very hard because it's very, very dark. So Zero increased his brightness up, and wow, that's actually really clean.
Yeah, I can do this blindfolded. I'm so good at this. I'm doing this for your guys' benefit so you can see. So that's what it normally looks like.
But yeah, we're going to go into the Francois fight. So it's similar to Avec. Yeah, we're going to be kind of hoping for a coin flip crit chance to finish the fight early. If we don't, the backup's like 25 seconds time loss, I think.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. But he did get a Lune target, so he was able to use one extra shot on the shields.
This will give me a little bit of extra damage. If I do get a crit, that will guarantee the faster fight. And then we're going to use Split Stride for the first time. Split Stride is a move that Mael has that puts her into Virtuose stance if the enemy is burning. So that's going to be kind of our pattern. We're going to Immolation of Lune and then do Split Stride of Mael to put her to Virtuose.
It's nice because it synergizes with needing to improve our crit chance as well.
All right. But surely he crits right here.
Oh my!
Oh my! Dude, is this the God Run?
Yeah. Okay. So for PvE attempts, record attempts, there's big free RNG points in Act 1. There's a Vec crit. There is a Rico drop, and there is a Francois crit. We got 3 out of 3, guys. Let's go.
Oh my God.
I can tell you something else you got.
Go ahead.
We got about a $20,000 donation from the Yeti. Woo! Hey y'all, Yeti here. It's hard to believe we're nearing the end of another SGDQ already. From all of us at Yeti, thank you for making our official SGDQ collection such a huge success. Your generosity has been amazing to see. If there's still something that you've had your eye on, don't panic. Our official SGDQ collection will be available through Monday after the event ends at theyeti.com. Thank you so much, Yeti.
Thank you so much.
So here we get introduced to a brand new character who joins our party, SGA. And I know everyone at the event has just been saying "we" and all that. He officially has "we" and "woo" in his voice line, so you guys might appreciate that a little bit. But Bdud, can you kind of explain how SGA works in a gameplay sense?
Yeah, so once we get SGA, we can kind of like we can run around a lot faster. Like, remember how slow we were trying to walk? Well, SGA is going to be able to allow us to like, we're going to be able to mount him and get to places a lot faster. Eventually, we'll be able to swim too, which is pretty cool. But real fast, hi Lune, hi Mael, hi Mael. Yeah, so we did a little like save manipulation glitch where once we got SGA and he became a part of our party, we did that same trick similar to the creator skip where we reloaded a save that we made permanent at the front of Flying Waters to basically force our position here, but save all of the progress that we made up to getting SGA. Yeah, and we also made it a permanent save so that we're gonna actually reuse that save later when, for a later trick down the road. Yeah.
Wait, so if we skip the Gestural Village, then do we get CL in this route, or
Who's that?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, must have been the wind.
I'm just kidding. CL is awesome, and she doing that skip is like the biggest loss is not getting CL. CL is really good. She also joined Z at level 15. We are level 6 right now. And the game kind of gives your characters, when they join you, about the same level as the areas that are coming up. We've done areas since then that we'd have CL for normally. So in other words, we are very under-leveled right now. That's why it's a danger going in here. But we'll make it work. The cool thing is the gear in an area and the enemies in an area did not scale off your level. They are set to tied to areas. So the enemies will be tougher here, but the gear will be better here. Our chroma pickups are better. The weapons we find will be better. And we'll be able to take advantage of that to kind of carry our weaker party through the fights coming up here.
Now you have to have like 15 seconds before another autosave, so we go to the edge there, make an autosave after it recovers after we get the chroma. But we make an autosave there because we got a pink cage here. We got to shoot 3 points here, and it's going to give us a good weapon Dilaram that we'll use primarily in Act 2. But we're going to use that debug load to reload a checkpoint and get Dilaram as it's reloading, and it'll carry over into the progress of here. So you can see a trend of how we're using this save manipulation often to kind of like avoid backtracking in a lot of places.
Yeah, so Dilaram is a level 7 weapon for reference. Mael's weapon that we've upgraded is level 3. Lune's and Gustav's are level 1. It does have a lot more attack than its base weapon, but it does have a downside, and that's its light element, because the next boss we will be fighting, it does resist light element. Despite that, he will still be doing a lot more damage with that weapon than he would be with his default. And it'll be much more useful later on in the run. But now we're making a little detour here to pick up this Picto called First Strike. First Strike, in my opinion, is one of the strongest Pictos of the game, if not the strongest. Definitely the strongest one we'll see in this run. It gives you speed, it gives you crit, 2 very important stats. It also has an incredibly powerful effect, play first. So you've seen for the boss fights so far, the bosses have always moved before us because it's based off speed normally. First Strike overrides that, it'll always go first. For normal enemies, you can preempt them by attacking with the R1 button. I can demonstrate here. It looks like this. Oh.
What do you do?
Whoa.
By the way, you can break that Painter Shrine. Fun fact, you get some bonus dialogue if you do that. I didn't learn about that until about 2 months ago from Cliff on Twitch. Super cool.
Yeah, me too. It was the voice actress of Aline that did it.
So yeah, super cool. But I wasn't even done listing all the good things about First Strike. It also has a secret bonus effect like Dead Energy 2, where it gives you 10% more damage. So it's just all around an incredibly powerful Picto, and we'll be taking advantage of it massively.
Yeah. So we're coming up to a very big boss fight, and this is like a crucial point where it's really hard to get ourselves set up for it. We are going to be utilizing Lune's damage in addition to Mael's damage, everyone's damage. But yeah, Lune, we need to explain her gimmick. So similar to Overcharge or Stances, Lune has stains. So her stains, when we use certain skills, will generate certain elements. we also can generate a light element that can account for any of the elements. But yeah, we need to use like our main go-to is going to be to use 2 moves to generate like 3 stains. That's going to increase the damage drastically of a powerful skill called Rock Slide. We're doing it out of bounds. We had to get a weapon for Mael that's going to increase her damage on this next fight, but yeah, we skip a very big portion of Stone Wave Cliffs by doing this out of bounds. Ooh,
good moves too.
Very clean, very clean.
So yeah, this skip isn't essential, doesn't skip major content, but it does skip you a traversal through the cave, and it's right by the weapon we have to pick up anyway. It does save you a good amount of time. And we're about to pick up another Lune weapon. As Bdud explained what Lune is going to be doing. She will be outputting a lot of damage, for that she needs a good weapon. Weapon here is the Core Limb. It makes her ice moves cost 1 less at its current level. And it'll really get its time to shine on the fight coming up. Until then, I think we have time for a few donations.
Of course, $2,000 to Doctors Without Borders from Lynn Ponchi, who says, "What's up, GDQ? It was an honor to be a part of the Artist Alley this year. Thank you, everyone, for your kindness and support." And thank you, Lynn Ponchi, for that donation. Want to give an update. We are already 3/4 of the way to that no painted power incentive. We're at 57.8 thousand out of 75, and that puts us at 2,248,000 out of that 2.4 million we need to reach that Blindfolded Simon fight. And chat, we are coming up to the end of Act 1, so we are quickly running out of time, so make sure we do not sit on that Blindfolded Simon incentive. For those of you that have fought Simon, that fight is wild, and Zero's just going to do it blindfolded. We need to see what he's not going to be able to see. So !donate in chat, gdq.gg/donate, and let's hit 2.4 ASAP.
Thank you. So, Layup Master fight here, there is a lot of technical things to go into detail about. So, we are wanting to get 4 targets on Lune. I believe we've gotten 3. So we'll have to do powerful or energy tint here instead. Otherwise, we could have done powerful instead. We are going to use Immolation and Ice Lance to get the 3 stains that we need to do an increased damage for Rock Slide. And this is also going to play into the increased crit chance while the burn enemy is up. And Mael's going to get a counterattack here, and she's going to be the biggest damage hitter in terms of counterattack. So this is good RNG right here. But yeah, she's also in Virtuous Stance because we were able to use Swift Shot just like the Francois fight. Lune target is also good. We just mainly don't want Gustav counterattacks. We're going to do Morik, Amplify, Pierce here.
No crits.
No crits.
Can't crit them all.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Our luck today has been fantastic so far. So we haven't really explained Mark yet. Mark is a 50% damage boost, but specifically for per se, it multiplies that multiplier by 2x as well. So you get really big hits like this, even in suboptimal stances.
Okay.
Phase 2.
Phase 2, let's go. So all of our AP from Phase 1 does like transfer over to Phase 2. It's not like a reset of a new fight, which is important because Lune's AP needs to be good enough for us to do another Rock Slide with her and reset up her stains.
Yeah, that move is always really scary, by the way. Less so in the run today because we are running on easier difficulty, but that move is one of the top 5 hardest moves in the game to parry/dodge.
Mostly because he has a very similar attack that's kind of just the opposite pattern as well.
It's also worth mentioning, even though this is the easiest difficulty, this is a previous patch where it was before they made the parry windows a lot easier on the easiest difficulty.
Fight's looking good. We're hoping for Basketball of Light here just because animation's the best. Let's go. Nice.
There we go.
What is it, like 8 seconds time save?
I think it's around 10.
Okay.
Really good. So now we're going to do the same pattern. Again, this time we won't be in Virtuose for Mael, so we're not going to do Fly as much damage, but we will have more buffs to play, debuffs to play at least. And then Luna's going to do another big Rock Slide and stun him. Can you explain stun real quick?
Yeah, so basically when you apply stun, the enemy won't get to attack for the next like 3 turns, which is very good because then we don't have to sit through the animation time of them playing and doing their moves.
Yeah, and that's what this new strat for Landmaster relies on. We can't always guarantee the kill. There's a lot of variance involved.
Ideally, we would have finished it on overcharge, but yeah, that's still pretty good.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, yeah. Look, it's the brown-haired, white-haired man.
I just want to give a quick shout. We have reached $2,250,000. Keep that coming for MSF, chat.
You guys are all amazing. Chat included.
So we have a 4 scripted fight here. It just ends automatically as soon as the white-haired man gets 4 turns. But after this, Gustav is going to go away for a while. He clearly wins the fight, as you'll see in the animation. But he's got some errands to run, so...
Oh, good. I thought something bad would happen to him. Thank God.
No, he just needs to go and get some milk. He'll be back soon.
We'll see him again, I promise you guys. We will see Gustav again.
For those who come after.
For those who come after.
There you go. Clearly that was a winning blow. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, we have no other information to go off of. You get into the fight.
Instead, we get Ben Starr.
Yeah. Enter Ben Starr, aka Verso. So Verso will have kind of a similar play style to Gustav, but his system is called the Perfection System, which is essentially he'll start combat at like a D rank, and you can go up to C, B, A, all the way up to S if you do more attacks and don't get hit. So we're often gearing towards wanting to get his rank up to like B to perform some stuff. We also get a very important skill, Berserk Slash here, that when his health is lower, we'll be able to do increased damage with it, which becomes very helpful in this next fight. Because we're going to be using Verso and want his damage good, we're going to upgrade the Delaram, the weapon that we got from the Pain Cage in Stonewave Cliffs, and Zero is going to debug Lud so that he eliminates the time while it still takes our upgrade. But it eliminates the distance between Curator and the campfire.
He's doing this to save 5 seconds. Typical speedrunner.
We take all the time save we can in our RPG.
I think it is faster RTA, but it is worth noting that for PC runs, we do use load remove time, so people have a more level playing field if they have worse systems. And there it is much more notable than what you're seeing here. But now that we've gotten Flurry, SK's new rock, SK gains new traversal ability based off the rocks he collects, and Flurry was where Lampmaster was, that's why we were there. We can now swim, and so you can swim north, further to the Forgotten Battlefield.
Swim.
Time for swim. Woo! So here, Verso's gonna try to teach us a new trick, but we might not get to see it here, so... First of all, he's gonna target 1 out of 3 here. He always goes first, despite us having first strike. He's a cheater. We were hoping for Verso target, but this is fine too. What we need here now is at least 1 out of 3 Verso crits. He has a 31% crit rate, so let's see if we get it.
If not, you get to see the new mechanic.
You guys get to see the trick. So now we get an intro to a new kind of counter called a gradient counter, which you press R2, you are forced into countering, you can't dodge this, and it does a lot of counter damage. But it also has a pretty long animation, so we prefer not to see it.
It's the cinematic counter.
Yeah. There actually is a whole skip for this area where you don't even have to enter Forgotten Battlefield, but because we need to learn how to gradient counter, we can't do it. There will be fights where we're forced into doing gradient counters, and if you don't fight that Chalier, you never learn how to do it. So we're going to do some traversal here, and there will be a shortcut I will try to showcase, but until then, I think we have time for a donation or two.
I'm going to rapid fire some tickets to the $33 donation train here.
Cool.
All these are $33 from SKA saying, Luna is best girl, of course. She floats like me. Night Traven 888 donated 33 as well, saying best girl is definitely SKA for those who come after. We have Thomas Frenette saying $33 train at 33 minutes for those who come after. Goatstav also agrees with 33 saying, for those who come after. And Vander as well saying, for those who come after, with 3 exclamation points. Lastly, we have $33 from Kestrel saying, always an amazing week when I get to watch GDQ. Expedition 33 made me go through roller coasters of emotions and is so special to me. I can't wait to see it on the stage. And of course, no painted power for you. And want to give an update on that. We are at $62,000 of $75,000. We are getting closer and closer. Every dollar towards that incentive is going straight towards the $2.4 million incentive to get that Blindfolded Simon fight. So keep it coming, chat. You are doing fantastic work for MSF.
All right. So here we have a vendor where we're going to get Inverted Affinity, which is a pretty good picto for a lot of different ability reasons. Part of it's crit chance that it has, but the other reason is because it gives us 50% extra damage for the first 3 turns, which, you know, can be pretty helpful if you think about it. But yeah, we're going to do an out of bounds to skip Duel Least. It's funny because I love my Duel Least and I'm sad to see him skipped. But
How criminal.
I'm sorry.
But the way that we're going to skip him is we're going to go to this bridge. Now, normally in the Duel Least cutscene, the bridge destroyed. Now, there's a funny glitch where if you jump, if you aim and move off of the bridge that's supposed to be destroyed, it will have some finicky properties. And there's a very, very tight timing, like millisecond tight, of when you have to unaim. So
I'm just gonna say,
You need to get your
Wii's
Wii's ready. This is a long Wii.
Oh,
Good enough. Let's go.
right. So that timing is really tight because you can kind of get launched at a very different speed and direction and trajectory, and basically like you have to, if you're even a few milliseconds off on the timing of like when you unaim, say it's like 300 milliseconds after you fall off the edge, you need to unaim. Yeah, you're not gonna make it. And there's invisible barriers all around the exit too, so you have to reload the save and you'll lose like 15 seconds on every attempt.
So the purpose of the aiming there is that it's what stops you from going up. You can just do it without aiming, and you will go up forever. And I do mean forever. You'll go forever until you're Gomage in the next Gomage, pretty much. But you can also control your falling by holding direction, so it makes it very adjustable and not as tight as you might think. You just need to recognize where you are and how to adjust it.
So Zero is going to take actually a couple of extra combats here, and what this does is help us with our passive Pictos. So whenever we pick up a Picto, we are able to equip it. However, it becomes a passive for our whole party, should we choose to equip it, after 4 successful combats. So we're using this opportunity to not only catch up in experience, but use this as one of our successful battles so that we're able to give our party notably first strike so that we're able to all move before the enemy. That was very clean.
So the fight that we fleed earlier, like 1 minute ago, it has this funny glitch where it spawns this bridge, this invisible bridge for us, so we can just walk right up here. And now we're gonna do a little Picto save to save our progress, reload it, and the bridge goes away. So we're just gonna fall straight down as soon as this reloads. And we've basically earned the climbing rock for SK. He's now a mountaineer.
He's all swimming on the mountain here as well.
As one does.
Would you say this is peak gameplay?
Get out of here.
Yeah. But that skips Minoko Station. So unfortunately, that means just like CL, another certain person might not be joining our party.
Say it ain't so.
That's not even the important part, though. The important part is because we skip Minoko, we also don't get the stalactite, and that's where you learn the gradient attacks. So we will not be learning those. Those are incredibly useful, but it is just worth the time save to not do that whole segment.
So Zero made a little Picto save right before he got to this building that it has such terrible geometry to climb. It's horrendous.
Yes.
But he needs to get to the top, then he's going to hit an invisible wall that makes him completely stuck and can't progress with SKA. So we need to do what's called SKA mount storage, which basically we can use the debug load to reload a save. And if we are on SKA and dismount SKA while the fade is going on to reload the most recent save, it will put us off SKA on our most recent save. So we can actually go out of bounds further from this point. We're going to do it again to get back onto SKA in the reverse order. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated, though, because we're going back to Flying Waters, to our Flying Water save that we used earlier after getting SKA for the first time, because we want to refresh this save to become another permanent save so we can reuse it later, for right before we go into Act 3. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot more finicky menuing going on there. It's kind of tight, so it's really good that Zero got that right away first try. But then with this one, it's back to the simple one. We're going to just the basic one, dismount SKA while we're debug loading, and nice. I looked really good.
Yeah, this has been really clean. So we're doing all of this to skip the next part of the run, the old Lumiere section, where there's like a boss fight, our party splits up. There's a lot that happens there, but the point is that we don't want to do it because it's slow. So we're going to go straight into our first Axon fight, Visages, and we're going to have some Traverso before that, but maybe while we're doing this, we have time for a few donations.
We're less than $10,000 away from that no painted power incentive, and you have so much love coming in from your community. We have Groucho Barks donating $25 to MSF. That's my goat, Zero, rooting from you from the back couch, brother. Come on, Eileen. Not to be outdone, Eileen donated $25, saying a little bit left, just a tiny bit right, all the way up. Oh yes, Zero and his couch are the best at navigating this incredible crisis of a speed run. We also have $67 from Sanjan. Yo, Zero, that's my goat! Can't believe it's been over 6 years since we faced off as fellow Octopath rivals, and now you've made so much progress and been such a great community member and contributor in a bunch of other games. I'm so happy we've had a good friendship all over these 6 years, and I know you'll kill it on the stage. P.S. I was really here the entire time.
It's true, I saw her. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you for those donations.
Des visages?
All right, so this is Visages. Normally to progress the game after Lumiere, we have to defeat 2 Axons to get materials, we'll say, for the Barrier Breaker. Axons are a bit different from Nevrons. They're unique. There's only a few in the world, and they're much stronger. And you can choose the order in which you go to them. There's Visages, the easier ones, and the harder one. We're going to Visages first because, well, it's easier. But until then, I got to do some menuing, so maybe one of my commentators can cover for me a bit here.
Yeah, so Zero's adjusting a few menus and stuff. So we've learned Luminas now because of those optional fights earlier, so he's putting those on everyone. But he also adjusted some of the Pictos where one of them, Inverted Infinity, basically has an HP stat on it, which is going to put Verso's HP, like because you get an increased HP, the percentage-wise of it, like, kind of makes it you get to 2 HP, which is going to be relevant for the Visages boss that we're going to be getting to in 2 or 3 minutes. We're using this cutscene menu right here to reorder some of our skills because basically there's like 2 pages of skills. If you have to go onto the second page, you have to do an extra input to it. So if we can reorder some of our skills to reduce doing that, you also got that nice jump.
Thank you.
That was the Bdud jump.
Wow, so conceited.
Yeah. But yeah, like he uses the no time loss of the cutscene menuing to basically reset his skills up so that he can do less menuing in the actual combat fights. We have a very important Picto up here. Confident Fire has really good crit chance, but it also has a very good damage increase ability. 30% increased damage. Can't be healed. We're not going to be healing in this, so.
I was going to say, after 3 crits in Act 1, I too would be a confident fighter, huh?
True. And here we're going to do a bit of an optional fight. So this whole area is a detour. You don't have to come here. But this fight gives you a lot of very good stuff and also kicks you out of the Joy Mask area that we're in now. So it's a shortcut back home. This is the boss. We're going to just one-shot him with a Berserk Slash. Nice. Good RNG here, too.
Good. Yeah, that saves time.
That's about 6 seconds right there. And
He could have done another move that takes longer.
And nice. Clean fight. So very recently, we actually rerouted a lot of this run. We used to go to the Hidden Gestural Arena to get solo Pictos. And we would do like 7 fights there to grind out the XP. We need level 17 for Lune for something we'll be showing off very shortly. Instead, we now don't do that. And we come here, we take that fight, we take the Troubadour fight we fought on the world map. And that gets you enough Lumina or enough XP because that fight gives you 70,000, which is a ton. For reference, the final boss of Act 2 gives you 170,000. It's about 8 times as long as that fight. But it also gives you some very good resources, like a new weapon for Lune called the Chapelim. It is a level 11 weapon. Her current core limb is level 7, so it's a pretty big upgrade. And it gives you a Resplendent Chromo Catalyst, which we can use to upgrade our weapons later on. And it's just a very fast, very efficient EXP resource.
Additionally, to kind of add on to Zero, it's kind of a given for a lot of top runners, but you do gain XP for completing a fight without taking damage. I believe you get about 20% bonus XP if you finish any fight without damage. So another yet impressive thing, Zero cannot get hit during his run. But, yeah.
This route does have pretty good leeway, so if you get hit by 1 fight, you're probably okay. If it's more than 1, things start to get funky.
Ooh, you got the flag jump. That's a very minor thing of like you jump while you're getting the flag menu to come up and it saves, you know, few. But he's gonna unlock, he uses the recode that we needed earlier and he's unlocking Stormcaller right now. We're also unlocking Lightning Dance, which is a very good OP move with Lune, but we're not gonna use that until we get to the 100% crit rate threshold later. But Stormcaller is gonna be pretty handy for this fight here. And that's what, yeah, that's why we were trying to route the XP to be the exact amount that we needed right here. We also got Defiant Strike for Verso, which is going to be a 2-hit move. Won't be as strong as Berserk Slash, but
it does do more damage in Being Rank, and it lowers his current HP by 30%, which drops it from 2 to 1.
Yeah.
And that's important because we got a Picto called SOS Power earlier, which anytime we drop our HP below 50%, it'll apply Powerful to our character, so he gets a free Powerful proc there.
So you start to see the synergies between the Pictos we pick up and the equipment and everything that we optimize for this route.
Yeah.
Extremely cinematic attacks from this boss. Never gets old.
Yeah. We kind of glossed over it earlier, but when we beat Landmaster, we got a new Picto called At Death's Door. That Picto, what it does is when you're under 10% HP, you do 50% more damage, and that's why it's so powerful to be at low HP. So Verso's getting a ton of multipliers between his Berserk Slash, his SOS power. I almost forgot the 4-hit there. Oh, scary. And the Death's Door buff, and that's what's going to give him these massive numbers you're about to see here. But you are notice we are starting to hit the damage cap. We cannot go above the 9999, and we will not be able to do that until we get Painted Power picked out. So this is where multi-hit abilities come in clutch, and we'll be showcasing that very soon. But we just use Stormcaller. Stormcaller, what it does is every time you hit an enemy, it'll do an extra little lightning bolt. And at the end of the turn, you'll also get an additional lightning bolt that does a bit more damage for 3 turns straight. So a little bit of extra chip damage. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's fine.
We're all fine.
You could still kill.
We can see one more move. It's okay. This is the move we never want to see. It's super long. I actually had the good RNG there, but we'll just have to watch this. It's okay.
Quick reminder, just over 8,000 to go to prevent Zero from getting into the Painted Power Picto. So exclamation point, donate in chat, and let's keep that Painted Power right where it is.
All right. So right here, we should finish this phase, and we should go over to Mask Keeper.
Oh, nope. Oh my god, somebody clip it!
Clip that, clip that. So, yeah, so basically Stormcaller right there, there's a glitch where if you get through all the HP of the Visage's boss, instead of going to the next phase with Mask Keeper, Stormcaller just kills the boss instantly. Like, it's like a 1 HP thing, and Stormcaller just decimates it. So, yeah, we'll take that and skip the Mask Keeper portion of that fight.
Shoutouts to my handsome couch member right there, AvuKamu, for finding that.
I found that because I confused Stormcaller with Lightning Dance.
Alright, so you might have noticed there during that camp, we actually got the Barrier Breaker, which is kind of weird because you're supposed to have to defeat both Axons for that. So you can see Seren over there, beautiful area. We're not going to go there. As for why, I don't know the exact mechanics. Essentially just a flag doesn't get set when you do Old Lumiere skip, and 1 Axon's enough. But the Barrier Breaker lets us break through the barrier, the Chroma Barrier. You can kind of see around the monolith here and progress towards the monolith where we'll find the Paintress. Additionally, it's a very strong Mael weapon and starts off at level 15, much stronger than anything we have so far. So, get another cutscene here and we'll be able to enter the monolith finally.
Actually, we're heading to the monolith. We're at, again, $2,262,000 towards that $2.4 million milestone. And, I mean, for all of you, explain to those that might be curious, why is that Simon fight so rough, even with sight, but let alone blindfolded?
So, I guess I'll start with a little bit of history. Simon Normal was the original super boss in the game's release. He has like 45 million HP, multi-phases, where he forcibly kicks your party out of the fight. His moves are very hard to dodge and to counter, and he does massive damage, of course. It's just an incredibly difficult fight. So at AGDQ, me and Bdud, we did that fight parry only to showcase our skill. But around the same time, Sandfall released the Thank You DLC update, and to one-up the Simon fight, they added Simon Divergent Star. And now he alternates moves, and moves can do like a multiple different amount of hits based off which one he's doing. It'll be like a little light show. And you can no longer skip his phase free. It's a much tankier fight. It's just much harder overall. I still struggle to do it casually, honestly. But we're not one to be one-up by Sandfall, so instead of doing parry only, we're upping our game as well, and we're going to do it blindfolded for you guys, if that incentive is met.
I put Simon as my top 5 hardest Souls-like, Souls-S bosses up there as well, so if that puts it in any perspective, very difficult fight.
So chat, you heard them. You do not want to miss this blindfolded fight of Simon the Divergent Star. But as you notice, look at the time. We are quickly running out of time, so those donations need to come in as quickly as possible. We're just over $7,000 away from removing the Painted Power Picto from Zero. And also, just a quick reminder about our ending choice. Mael is currently behind Verso, so the Mael faithful, if you want to see that incentive, exclamation point donate, choose the Mael ending, and get that incentive met.
All right, couch, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
My,
what lovely feet.
That is a line from this game.
Yes, it's a line that...
It's a line from this game.
It is something that Minoko says. Sadly, he can't be here today, so we're saying it for him.
Who?
Who?
That's Boy.
Okay.
So this fight is scripted. It automatically ends after the Featress gets 3 turns in a row, but we are taking the opportunity there to set up our characters at low HP for the same reasons we did in Massages. So there we learned a new skill Fune called Wildfire. Wildfire is incredibly useful for 2 reasons. First of all, it'll set up our stains really well for future fights, but also if you fail the quick time event for it, she'll actually hit herself instead, and that gives us a really efficient way to set her HP up by just backfiring our spell. And there we also use Perfect Recovery with Verso, if somebody wants to explain how that works with Inverted.
Yeah, so Inverted, so you remember when I described that Inverted gives you 50% extra damage on the first 3 turns? Well, because that was so good, there's a punishment to it too, where you can't be healed. Well, any healing damages you instead. But as the cool speedrunner routers that we are, we take that punishment and use it to a benefit so that the healing will set us up for low HP. So yeah, just like Wildfire self-damages us, we can use healing on ourselves to set us up for low HP. It's really clever and cool. Yeah, there was also one little thing there too. We had the menu overlay on during the fight. The only reason for that was just because we get like a split second where we can toggle Verso on and off so that he's in the right position in the party order later. So that was the only point of it.
We haven't really mentioned it yet, but we can adjust our formation. Normally you have 5 party members in this game, so you could use that to toggle which characters you have in your party. But you could also do that to swap the order that they're in. So by toggling Verso back, like out of the party and into the party, he ends up in the last party slot, which is a little bit more optimal for the fights we have coming up. We did that earlier with Mael as well for the fight we used to spawn that invisible bridge and set up Verso's HP earlier. And just use all over the place every now and then for little things.
And quick update, just a little over 4,000 to go. Chat, don't make it easy on Zero. You see how good he is in this game. Let's make it a little bit harder and get no painted power for Zero.
Yeah, let's
Count
do
with
it.
it as we go down to get that incentive.
Yeah, again, so no painted power, like it is pure cinema. We're going to go through the final bosses. It's going to be a very big endurance test for Zero, and we'll get to go through all like the music sequences too, and it's just going to be so awesome. But yeah, push for that. Like, we can do it, chat, okay? We can do it.
So for anyone that's played this game casually, you've probably heard of the ability Stenhall by now. It's a massive nuke kind of ability. Don't let me use Stenhall. Come on, guys. Don't let me just Stenhall through the final bosses. Let's see the cinematic versions of the fights.
Here's the big thing. No painted power means more GDQ, and who wants to see more GDQ?
Woo, I do.
Hey, better, who wants to see more GDQ with that Blindfolded Simon fight?
Me.
We gotta hurry up, chat. Do not let off the gas for that. We need to hit 2.4 million ASAP, so let's get it done.
But yeah, this monolith climb particularly highlights the areas you've gone past. There is actually just kind of a rematch of every major story boss you have fought to this point if you just kind of go a little bit out of the way. Unfortunately, they are optional, and so we will be skipping most of them. So a lot of walking. I think you can continue with donations.
Yeah.
Of course, Matthew Gaming Live donates $5 and says, hello, and this is all in caps. Hello, SGQ, goodbye, since this is the last run.
Oh.
RJ donates $50 saying, Zero, stop. You can't just decide this for everyone.
We're all hypocrites, doing the same things to each other.
Thank you for that.
Boo.
Less than $2,000 to go. Knight donates $25 saying, hi Zero, hi Bdud. I'm FOMOing out really bad and miss you guys so much. Wish I could be there with you goats, but for now, good luck on the run. By the way, I still have no idea how half the tricks in restricted work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Knight. Go join us one day when we find the Vex skip.
Kiosk also donates $200.33 saying, thank you MSF and GDQ for helping those that need an advantage. Good luck, Zero. Less than $1,000. We are 777s. Let's get that right now. Exclamation point donate, and we are getting closer and closer to getting that Simon blindfolded incentive. And I'm going to keep going until we see that painted power incentive met. $752 to go. We are right there. Keep it coming. $10 from Mocha Jones, 10 saying, I'm so glad that you're showcasing this in the finale. Zero, you are a boon to every community that you are part of. It has been great to hang out with you this week, and your support has been amazing. If you only go all the way up from here, and we have done it!
Let's go! Let's go!
Zero, you do not get painted power this run.
Let's go. We get the absolutely cinematic versions of the fights. I'm super excited, guys.
I'm just excited to see Zero suffer a little bit longer.
Right? but that means we still have work to do. Do not stop donating responsibly to MSF. $2,270,000. I know we can hit 2.4 million before the end of this run, but we can't wait. We are quickly running out of time. We are quickly getting to the end of Act 2, and there's only like 3 acts. So we need to get that. Let's turn up the gas and let's get that blindfolded incentive met. We want to see the Divergent Star defeated, blindfolded.
Let's do it.
All right, we're nearing the end of our trip through the monolith here, so I think it's time to start talking about what's coming up ahead with our final little boss gauntlet. So the first fight we'll be fighting here is a rematch with the brown-haired, white-haired man, who is actually named Renoir. And he has this phase mechanic where if you get him below half his HP and he gets, well, he'll interrupt your turn essentially, get fully healed, summon this Chroma Lion that looks really cool, but lets him attack multiple times per turn, and it's really slow, so we don't want to let him do that. But to not let him do that, we can't let him get a turn between him dropping from above half HP to 0. So we're going to be using Lune for this. Bdud mentioned earlier, she has a move called Lightning Dance. How Lightning Dance works is it's 6 hits, but if she crits, she gets an extra hit each time. So if we can guarantee crits on all of our hits of Lightning Dance, we'll get to do 12 hits. And it's a strong move, so we will be hitting damage cap with it for a total of 120,000 damage, which is enough. And that's why we went out of our way earlier to get Confident Fighter, which gives us 20% crit. We also picked up a Picto along the way here called Weakness Gain. That gives us a lot of speed and 17% crit. Off the Misogynist fight, we got a Picto called Immaculate, which gives you 15% crit, I believe, and it gives you 30% more damage. And combined with all that and the luck we invested into her, we have exactly 100% crit rate. So we are guaranteed our crits of Lune as long as the enemy is burning, so we also have the 25% damage from crit burn. And we're going to essentially play the fight in a way where we generate our AP for Lune in a guaranteed way and do just enough damage that we should, in theory, guarantee the face kill. And I'm going to have some menuing to do, so I will rely on my commentators to explain things from this point on.
Yeah. Yeah, this fight is absolute cinema. The music, this is like the famous track that everyone listens to right here. But yeah, there's going to be, like Zero described, we're going to be amping up for Lightning Dance, and we don't want to get past half HP. So we're going to be focusing in on that.
This is our first use of Last Chance here for Mayel. It puts her into Virtuos by default and lowers the HP to 1, maxes out her AP. That's her way of dropping her HP to 1 for us, so that'll be very useful from this point on.
So we're hoping for AoE attacks also, because this one-on-one takes a lot of time, but also we're only getting the counterattack damage from one person. If we get an AoE, then all 3 of them will do a counterattack. So that's the RNG we're looking for in this fight specifically. Okay, so this is a good RNG attack.
Also very hard to parry perfectly, but there we go, Zero. Make this fight look easy.
We're not done yet, though. We still have one more move we have to get through. Because that generated really good AP for us, Verso could just skip here. Otherwise, he'd have to give Lune AP. I'm still not used to this in French. All right.
That's one of the reasons why we had to learn Gradient Counter earlier at the start of Act 2. And here's Lightning Dance.
All right, so check this out.
Look at all those knives.
Woo! And that right there is the power of Lune's feet.
Absolute cinema.
But we do have one more boss in this gauntlet, and I want everyone to think if they were a citizen in Lumiere. Everyone you have loved, everyone you have been friends with has been killed by the boss we are about to approach. So imagine all the emotion, all the hatred, all the desire for revenge that our party goes into as we approach the infamous Paintress. This is a fight, this is a cinematic fight, this is a very, very hard fight.
Very long too. If you mess up, you're gonna have to redo like 4 minutes of it, so.
A lot of phases.
I'm going to really quickly cut in before we get into the heart of the Paintress fight. Just want to give everyone a close reminder that we are getting close to $2.3 million. We need to hit $2.4 million, and I'm looking at the ending bid war, and right now, Verso ending is starting to run away. So Mael Faithful, where are you? Get those donations in. If you want to see the Mael ending, put your donations towards that incentive. We are inching closer and closer. And really quickly, pertaining for the couch while Zero's working on this, how close are we to the ending in determining who wins that bid war?
We will, with painted power, it'll still be a little, like, since we don't have painted power, it'll be a little bit, but we have maybe like 10, 15 minutes-ish.
20 if he messes up.
I say 15 to 20.
Yeah.
You
but
heard
yeah,
that,
time's
chat.
running out on that.
Time is running out, and Verso's currently in the lead. Do not leave Mael hanging, so step on the gas, get that ending of your choice in there, and we need to hit that 2.4 million now. Not later, now.
Just donate now and enjoy the cinema.
Exactly.
So what Zero, the big part of this, like all the fights are, her move pool is scripted, so we know exactly what move she's gonna do. And most of our attacks will be doing damage cap, but it's very, very crucial that we transition with Mael's attack after this counter attack. So it's very, very tight. I've literally seen Zero do this fight 1,000 times to make sure he gets all the stat values and all the damage right perfectly on this, so that any alteration of it, he'll be able to screw through this. But yeah,
Here we go, phase 1.
good job. Good phase 1.
We barely cleared 2. We cleared by 1,000 damage right there.
Oh.
But yeah, for the transition here, you want Mael as slow as possible, but you need her fast enough to go before the Paintress's next move in the previous phase. So it's a very sweet spot we need to find for her. And because we transition this way, we have a good turn order here where Verso gets to act right away, and you'll get 2 turns before her 4th move, which was our goal in all this. And here we can try to track damage to get a small bonus by cutting out a Berserk Slash for a Defiant Strike. But I don't have a calculator handy, so we'll probably just go with the Berserk Slash version. But the crit RNG does matter on this part of the fight as well. The really nice thing about fighting Paintress is that her moves are scripted in terms of order that she does them on. So we can rely on her to always generate the same amount of AP for us, more or less, at least from her AoE moves. So we don't have to rely so much on our characters for the AP generation. That's not going to be as true for some of the fights we'll be doing after this point.
All right, audience. At a certain point here, I want us all to scream a certain special line of Mael's together, because the Paintress is gonna rip reality apart. And what's the most natural thing to do other than to say parry it? So join me all in saying in 3, 2, 1, parry it!
How does one parry a fabric of reality?
I think you pressed the R1 button.
I'd say by donating to Mael and ending, because Mael has just taken the lead. Verso Faithful, where are you? Are you going to let Mael take over the lead like that? If you want to see Verso ending, put your donations towards that. Exclamation point donate in chat. gdq.gg/donate. Both of them within striking distance, and each one is going to be going towards the Blindfolded Simon milestone. And just as a heads up, the ending alone has raised over $100,000 for Doctors Without Borders, which is absolutely amazing.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Mael is currently in the lead, so Verso Faithful, do not leave him hanging. Put your donations towards that ending.
That was phase 3. It's probably the hardest phase of this puzzle.
So throughout the spot, you can kind of tell that something's not right based on the things she says, and I feel like phase 3 is the culmination of that. Personally, when I got to that part of the fight, I tried to skip, hoping for some kind of alternate result, because I could tell something was wrong here. But here we get a lot of exposition. I was about to say expedition.
And a lot of expedition as well.
And we make up in kind of an intermezzo between acts as Alicia in the manor. And this part of the game is kind of the lore drop of the game, where you kind of learn about everything that's going on in the world, who is really responsible behind the gommage. The Paintress was actually trying to save Lumiere, and it was Renoir, the real Renoir, who was a curator who tries to, tries to gommage everyone. He's trying to get Eileen, the Paintress, out of the painting. And we're not going to go too deep into this, but it's a really big story twist that I'm now showing you guys, even though I'm not supposed to.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, I should maybe let with that. I'm sorry.
Went to get to see Clair for the first time.
I think AvuKamu is a very big Clair fan.
Clair is wife, Clair is life.
I've got some love for you. And a quick heads up. Mael Faithful, you're in second place right now. Verso has taken the lead, so come on, Mile Faithful.
Come on.
Harry Verso's
Dingers.
ending. Put your donations towards that, and I do have some love for your community if you'd like to hear that.
Of course, sounds a good time.
Perfect. Jacoby donates $15 MSF. There was a quote that went around an old school of mine that went, "We stand on the shoulders of giants." GDQ and Expedition 33 really show me that it holds true. This event and community are an absolute force of good, and I'm humbled to be a part of it. Zero, it was great meeting you this week, and I know you're going to crush it. Always remember, tomorrow comes. Not for the Mael faithful if you don't take over that lead for the ending. Just saying. RJ donates $50 saying, oh, no. We already went through that one, but we'll say it again because I started it. So, Zero, stop. You can't just decide this for everyone.
We're all hypocrites doing the same thing to each other.
There you go. Izala donated $133.67 to MSF. This whole Gamache thing seems like a real incredible crisis. Shout out to Zero the Goat and a great couch for closing out this SGDQ with Expedition 33. Let's get that donation total all the way up, and we are getting closer to 2.3. Let's rush that down right now. We are less than $1,000 between Mael and Verso. Ooh, Verso starting to take a more commanding lead. Mael faithful, keep the donations coming. If you want to see the Mael ending, put your donations to that, and let's hit $2.3 million right now. Keep that pressure going.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
And after that, we still need to hit $2.4 million for that Blindfolded Simon, the Divergent Star, and bonus fight. We do not want to miss that. And we are so close to running out of time. We need to do that right now. So keep the pressure going, chat. Let's see that hit.
Yeah, we're on our way to the final boss, so at this point, get your incentives in.
Yeah. This is it.
This is it.
We're on the greatest expedition of history. We're in Act 3. We're gonna go and face Papa.
Papa, stop!
You can't just decide this forever.
Man, this is a very cinematic part of the game where we essentially decide the fate of the world by taking on Renoir, aka Alicia's father, to stop him from erasing the canvas. Until then, though, we do have a few pickups and a lot of traversal to get through, so if there are any more donations, feel free.
How about another $10,000 from the Yeti? Woo-hoo! Hey, all Yeti here. We're still at it. More teas sold equals more donations for MSF. And, well, y'all have been grabbing enough shirts for us to actually hit over $180,000 raised from our official SGDQ collection. If you're still deciding what to pick up, you'll have a little extra time. Our official SGDQ collection will be available through Monday after the event ends at theyeti.com. And quick reminder again, Verso ending is still in the lead. You're getting closer to $2.3 million. So keep those donations coming.
Vote Mael.
Yes, please donate for the better ending.
Ooh, and actually, you just said that, and Mael said, okay. Mael has taken the lead.
Let's go!
Ignorance is bliss. Vote for Mael.
All right, Verso ending. Are you going to sit back and take that? Put your donations into the Verso ending to get him back in the lead. Keep those coming.
Yeah, come on, chat. We can bring back Verso in, okay? Come on, Verso.
Well, Verso just came back because it just switched again.
Thank you, chat.
So Verso ending's in the lead currently, but it's only about $100 difference. Keep that. Oh, it got a little bit bigger. Chat, Mael fans, you're running out of time. We also, again, we are getting closer and closer to 2.3 million, so keep that coming. We also have $1,500 from Hawkeye998. MSF is such a wonderful group to support, and what better time to support an amazing French organization than during an amazing French game? So thank you so much for that donation to Doctors Without Borders. Regettes also donates $200, saying another fantastic event. My favorite run was Tears of Kingdom. So thank you so much. But also, one more quick, can we get, as soon as we hit a 2.3 million, which are so close, as soon as we hit 2.3, I want to hear the loudest hype from everybody here. Keep it going. Here, hold. As I say that, I'm getting close. We're still in the lead with the Verso ending, so Mael, you're getting closer and closer to running out of time. Ready? Ready? There we go, $2.3 million. That's what we want to see, but we are not done, are we, chat? Are we, friends in Minneapolis? Are we gonna hit that 2.4 million? Come on, let's hear it, exclamation point donate. There you go, gdq.gg/donate. We need to get that Simon incentive right now, so keep those donations coming. We have very little time, so let's get it met.
Real quick, Zero. Do you need us up low HP on Lune?
Yeah, I will do it on the creation, quote unquote, for light.
Gotcha.
I saw a number just go up. We just are now at $2,330,000. We are in striking distance, chat. We will do this. It's not we can't do this. We will do this.
Yeah.
So get those donations and keep them coming.
Come on, everyone. For those who come after.
For those who come after.
Yes, let's go Twitch chat and let's go YouTube chat. Bring the love from all of us. And actually, I want to give a shout out to AMD who donated $30,000. They say watching this runner paint a perfect path through Expedition 33 has been incredible. Thank you to everyone donating and helping make a difference through Doctors Without Borders. Here's to a flawless finish and a successful expedition. Thank you so much, AMD. And now we are at $2,333,000. We need to get that soon. And when I say soon, I mean right now. So thank you, Twitch chat. Thank you, YouTube chat. Thank you, folks in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's hit the 2.4 million. Let's go.
And this is the first incentive y'all donated for. This is going to be a final boss fight with no painted power. I'm excited to see this be done.
I'm very excited for this.
This is going to be incredibly cinematic.
So in order to set up for this, we needed a few special things. One of the new skills that we got was the tsunami for Lune. It's gonna come in halfway through this, where basically we don't it's gonna use different stains than what we normally get, instead of lightning dance. So it'll
Also, quick update. Mael Faithful, you're in the lead. Verso Faithful, pick up the pace. We're going to be choosing that ending soon, so...
Less than 5 minutes.
Now Verso ending's in the lead. You're running out of time. Get those snipes in right now. And again, every one of these donations goes right towards that Simon blindfolded fight.
Yeah!
$60,000 away from 2.4 million. Keep it coming, chat.
Nice. That's the hard move. That's hard to parry.
It's an audio cue, and it can be a little hard to hear right now how hype everyone is. So let's go. Now it's good hype.
All these attacks are incredibly hard to parry because they deliberately try to throw you off with a little bit of timing difference between very similar looking attacks and with the audio cues as well. So Zero so far is doing this fight phenomenally.
So we just pushed him below that halfway point, which will be a phase transition where he starts summoning Axon. So his move pool is about to change a little bit. He'll go from 1-by-1, he goes Visages, Reacher, and then Hauler, and they'll do something unique. Visages will give him 5 shields, and we actually get to see a cool aspect of Barrier Breaker here. It's a very anti-shield weapon, so when you break a shield with that equipped, it puts Mael into a Virtuose stance and gives her 1 extra AP. This is all very cinematic. I hope you guys are all enjoying this. You get a lot of cool animations here.
I love my cinema.
You say cinematic, I say I'm taunting the Mael ending, Faithful, because you are starting to lag behind. Now is not the time to lag behind. You need the advantage, so hurry up and get that donation towards the Mael ending. And just like that, number's going up for y'all, so keep it coming. And we are, again, I hear you in the crowd here counting down to 2.4. Let's get that number going faster. I want to see 2.4 right now, so keep the donations coming. gdq.gg/donate, and let's hit 2.4 million.
Je suis prête. Lune, fais gaffe.
All right. Guys, what do you do when someone throws a building at you?
Harriet!
Harriet!
Did you just throw an apartment building at you?
You sure did.
Mael is starting to parry against Verso. We are getting there, but she's still lagging behind. And just like that, we are at $2,386,000, $387,000. We are getting there, Twitch chat and YouTube chat. Keep counting down, friends.
All right.
Let's go.
So, Redmar summons a family portrait here that buffs him. Luckily, I can do the same, so we're gonna take a quick selfie here, buff ourselves up.
Get in here.
Okay, you say selfie, I say donation.
closer, I can't-
$500 from Snowwolf
There we go.
247
Let's go,
saying, Mael! $50 from Fire Spectre. Haven't played the game yet, but I was told by Discord to vote Mael. Love you.
So the cutoff for an ending is coming up pretty soon. It's about a minute or two from here, so my ending enjoyers, I'm gonna need your help here.
No. Let's keep it.
Mael, you are in striking
Another
distance,
10K
but you need to
from somebody,
donate
please.
now.
The bid war ends once Mael takes the lead, and then you could end it.
No.
Less than 2,000 between Verso and Mael. So we can do this for the Mael faithful. Donate right now, !donate in Twitch chat for Twitch and YouTube, gdq.gg/donate. And every donation brings us closer to 2.4 million. We are less than $11,000 away. We need to get that going. We also have a couple of donations I want to throw in here really quickly. $2,500 from Fangamer saying, hey everybody, Fangamer here for one final message. It's been wonderful to be part of SGDQ 2026 and to raise donations for MSF. We love being a part of this event, and thanks to everyone who has shopped the Fangamer SGDQ 2026 collection. We were able to contribute to the donation total thanks to you. A big thank you to everyone who made SGDQ possible, GDQ staff, tech, crew, and volunteers, MSF, to all the runners, commentators, and hosts, to the sponsors, and everyone who made a contribution, to chat, and to the Minneapolis audience for your energy throughout the event. You make this possible. See you next GDQ. We also have a $42,000 and $42,300 donation from the SGDQ 2026 sponsors, saying a heartfelt thank you to all of our amazing sponsors, Annapurna, Humble Bundle, Hidden Block Games, and Itty Bitty Games for making this donation happen. Thank you for your generosity and compassion for the important humanitarian work MSF does all around the world. For those who come after, we're grateful to have you with us at Summer Games Done Quick. And thanks to everyone who has purchased the SGDQ 2026 bundle, which will be available through July 24th. Help us raise more for MSF and DWB, even after SGDQ concludes. Congratulations to all the runners, staff, attendees, and viewers. For those who come after, we are $9,000 away. Now is the time to hit that. Thank you to all of these fantastic donations coming through. Also, $2,500 from the Crusaders of Avalon Stars, saying, SGDQ, thank you for providing a second home for all of us. This is for all of you, from all of us to those who come after.
So we just got through a really hard counterattack that Zero managed to pull off. So
I think he's on like phase 11 or phase 12 of this boss or something like that.
yeah, good job, Zero.
But here we go.
He just pulled off Rinwar with no painted power.
One more attack though.
It's not that bad, but if you die at any point, I'm losing like 6 minutes, so it's so terrifying.
Yeah.
Not this time.
There we go.
All right.
All right,
This
so
is it.
about 15 seconds till ending cutoff.
Now is your last chance, chat. Help choose the ending between Verso and Mael. Again, we are less than $7,000 away from the Blindfolded Simon, the Divergent Star fight.
All right, so how are we doing on that ending bid war? I'm hoping Mael won.
All right, looking at this and trying to do some quick mental math and waiting to get the official closing. You know what? It is about time to close it. And we have raised, on this bid war alone, over $126,000 to Doctors Without Borders.
Oh my God.
And the winner by a scant approximately 1,000 and some dollars is the Verso ending. Thank you everybody for donations, but we are not done. We are getting so close to that milestone. We are 1% away from getting that less than $6,000. Keep counting it down, folks in Minneapolis. Let's get that unlocked before time is out, which is very soon. So get those donations in.
Oh, oops, I picked my L by default. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that's so
You can't do
tragic.
this.
Oh, you can't reset.
I know you wanted it.
I'm so used to it. It's the better ending. I'm sorry.
The people have spoken.
I know. I love both endings. Both endings are fantastic.
Well, people need to keep speaking because we're just over $5,000 away, and we need to get that unlocked right now, chat.
Come on, you can do it right now before we roll these credits. Come on.
This is a very sentimental fight, though.
Yeah.
Now we get to use what we never get to use normally, Quick Strike, which jumps us from D rank to B rank.
Tu ne peux pas décider ça pour tout le monde.
On est tous des hypocrites. Et on fait tous subir la même chose aux autres.
Cheer 'em on, folks in Minneapolis. Let's go. Twitch and YouTube, now is your chance. GDQ.GG/donate. Let's unlock that Simon the Divergent Star blindfolded fights.
So, Zero, this is all very emotional to me. Like, going through the ending with Mael and Verso, they're at wits' ends with each other. I think I need a tissue. Do you want one?
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You want? There you go.
I can't use it right now. I have to press the buttons. But so one of my favorite things about the No Pain Power Incentive is you do get to see all the dialogue and moves you normally wouldn't get to see here.
And from a casual perspective, this is one of definitely the hardest choices you will have to make in a video game. You have maybe played 20, 30, 40, maybe even 100 hours of this video game, and choosing to be on the side of one of your party members is always heartbreaking.
Yeah, I think most players, myself included, sit here for a good amount of time contemplating the choice and their life choices.
Just a little. 4K left.
Time is coming up after the results screen here.
Goodbye, Mael.
Time.
And just to fit the mood with the Verso ending, $500 from Charles Dahl, who said, Clair did nothing wrong, Verso is right, and then Blues also donated $5 to Dr. Supporter saying, turn off the Minecraft server, Verso ending, let's go. Again, $3,200 away, chat, we still have time, but that time is less than minutes. Let's keep getting those donations in for this blindfolded incentive and keep counting down, folks.
Don't let the cinema stop you. Don't let the tears stop you. we gotta get there. 3K more.
We're almost there, guys. So, while luckily we do have some time to play the ending for you guys, since you've all so generously donated for your preferred ending, even if I don't necessarily agree with it. So I'd like to take this time to do some shout-outs. Shout-outs to my couch, Bdud5 and AvuKamu, for joining me today. You guys have been fantastic, and it's been a pleasure running this game for you guys and doing all this with you. Also really fun hanging out with you this whole week. Shout-outs to Expedition 33 community. Everyone there is very lovely and friendly. If you're interested in this, if this looked fun to you, please join our Discord. Everyone's very welcoming, and you'll find everything you need there to get started. Shout-outs to the crowd. You guys have been awesome. Thank you, Messamis.
Less than $2,000.
Oh, almost there.
Mes amis, vous me manquerez.
Almost
Let's
there.
go, chat. Come on.
Do we know who that is, by the way, on screen?
She looks vaguely familiar.
Must be a skin for Mael or something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, must
I thought it was a Lune skin.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Almost there.
There it is! $2.4 billion to Doctors Without Borders, and we are going to be seeing the Simon the Divergent Star fight blindfolded. And that is all thanks to you for your incredibly generous donations. Keep giving yourselves a round of applause. You all deserve it.
Guys, I don't know if they'll let me do another run. I'd love to, but... Also, that's little Verso right there. His soul is the one kind of holding the canvas together. We like to call him Versol. Yeah, that's the night for that one.
Well, Zero, best of luck on this one.
I would like to let the rest of the ending play out. There isn't too much left. So in the meantime, if you guys have any shout-outs you'd like to do?
I want to shout out the GOAT.
You? Oh my god.
Can we get another round of applause for Zero? He has spent the last year routing like a bunch of Expedition 33 categories. I am constantly impressed with the amount of effort, like what he can accomplish with this game. And like when he went back to Restricted only 2 months ago to reroute it, and we thought it was optimized, and he improved the reroute improved 2 minutes on it. So it's so impressive to see what you can do, Zero, in this game.
Thank you, you're so sweet.
Yeah, no, for me, I mean, the Clair Obscur community has put in thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of hours to put this final product together. And that's one of the greatest things about speedrunning, not just necessarily this game, but events like these where we're all able to come from different backgrounds, different games, but the passion and desire to do good. And it's just beautiful when it all just comes together. So thank you guys. Thank you, everyone watching at home, watching here, and to every runner.
And I have a donation that I think kind of sums up what a lot of people are thinking here. $50 to MSF from Thistle, who says, I can't resist donating in the 11th hour after hearing so many speak so eloquently exactly what my own heart is feeling. Here, together. Trans rights are human rights. We are not free until we are all free. Thank you, GDQ, for your humanity and hope. Thank you so much for that, Thistle. And thank you to everybody that has donated this week of incredible speed runs.
Oh, it's Cleo.
How do you feel about Clair AvuKamu?
Clea's wife, Clea's life.
Even more than Lune?
I'm with you.
I've been converted.
There's a reason I prefer the Mayel ending.
Hey, there's always room for Team Minoko, just saying.
Who?
Hey.
So this ending is very bittersweet. It's all about saying goodbye to the canvas and moving on with grief. But luckily we don't have to do that quite yet because we will get to show off the Simon Blindfold incentive.
This scene gets me every time.
Yeah. You want another tissue?
I'm good.
I'll take it.
I first saw this ending and there were so many onions in the room at that time.
just cooking all these onions while I'm
gonna
playing my game.
I was gonna say, I think this is the last video game I actually cried in. So.
Also, if I haven't said it yet, big thank you to Sandfall
Yes.
for creating my favorite game of all time. It's so good. For anyone that hasn't played this game, please do. It's, in my book, a 10 out of 10 in like every aspect. It's a phenomenal experience. This isn't a game, this is art. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much, Stanful.
This game has made me feel more things than almost any movie or show or book I've ever read.
It really has.
It's definitely one that makes you think really hard after it.
So, time to say goodbye, everyone, to our party members. We will see them again in a moment, though. But thank you, everybody who donated for the ending bid war. I wanted to make sure we played this for you guys, so there you go. But we will need a minute or two to set up for the Simon fight, so we can transition over once the ending ends, and we'll get set up for that.
Now that you've seen something sad, you want to see something cool?
My cinema! I'm sorry.
Everyone, let's give another round of applause to Zero and crew for that amazing run of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, any percent restricted. That was a phenomenal showcase of such a beautiful game that has set with so many wonderful people. And again, how about another round of applause for everybody here who helped hit that $2.4 million milestone. All of your generosity to Doctors Without Borders is so appreciated. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Y'all are helping do amazing work for such an amazing group. As a reminder, Doctors Without Borders, or Médecins Sans Frontières, they are an independent international organization that provides emergency medical care to the people who need it most. And it's donations like yours that help keep that fierce independence to do good around the world where good is needed and no one else is there to help. So thank you so much for that. Want to give some love into some donations that came through to help us hit that $2.4 million milestone. Pink donated $25 to MSF, saying Expedition 33 is an amazing game. Can't wait. Brady has given $100, saying for those who came before and those who come after. Agreed. Thank you. We also have Wiza donating $1,000, saying, you know, I normally try to say something witty, but this time I can only think of one thing. For those who come after. Thank you for that donation. And again, talking about the love that MSF has done, we have $100 from Dr. X, saying catching up on this year's GDQ and was moved by the Gaza video MSF. Thanks as well to MSF for the humanitarian work and support in Gaza. To all involved in GDQ, including the runners, thank you. Lives will be saved by what you've done this week, and that is so true. Thank you again to everybody that's donated, the runners that have put on an amazing showcase. You have all been doing great work. We also have some love from Cup of Chai, who has given $50 to MSF, saying thank you all at GDQ and MSF for bringing bringing much needed joy and healing during these dark times. Love to all less than 3. Love to you as well. But that said, folks in Minneapolis, people watching on Twitch and YouTube, you donated for this. You hit the $2.4 million milestone. Are you all ready to see the Simon the Divergent Star blindfolded fight? All right, we're going to hand it on over to Zero and crew, and let's see you take this fight on. Well, you can't see it.
Hello, everyone. I'm back.
Hello.
So we had to switch to the current patch for this because we did the previous run on an older patch where this wasn't available yet. Before we start, I will go over the setup real quick. We are basing this off our Super Boss speedrun route. You can do this run in about 3 hours. Both me and Bdud have ran this. It is a very cool run. I'm going to briefly show you the setup, so if you want to try this at home, you can copy it. So you can see our weapons, our skills. Quick little showcase. I'll show you the Lumina. Also, these really cool outfits that were added as a part of the thank you update as well. And that's more or less it. I will let my commentators explain the fight as we do it, and I think it's time for me to get my blindfold on, so I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right.
At least we'll try our best to commentate over it. We're, yeah.
All right. We can start. We can start the timer on 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Also, please put my commentators down for me. Thank you.
All right. So basically, how this is gonna work? Like, we have a really big build, and he's gonna try to dodge.
I'll
his
take me a few
first
tries.
move.
It's fine.
Yeah, so the first move is really the only move that we need to dodge, and then we have a setup to get through all of it. So, but in order to do that, he has 2 possible moves that he can do. One is like, it's just the regular swing, but then the other one is like, he does an extra swing, like ghost effect after the first swing. Zero doesn't know which one he's gonna do, so he does 2 dodges at the start, and now he should know exactly what pattern he needs to be hitting, which is the single one. So he's gonna get through this, and then hopefully, should be good. Okay, so now we're on to the actual fight. We need to kill Verso here since he has inverted, we can use a healing tint on him to kill him. First, he's gonna apply Defenseless for that extra damage on Simon, but then Mael does the worst ending and kills Verso. And then we set up and proc Shortcut, which basically gives us an extra turn to kind of do enough damage on Simon here. It's also Solo Fighter is the extra damage that we're gonna have here. The QTE is kind of hard to hit, so hopefully you got a perfect QTE. And we're aiming for like 87 million damage. I think that is the canvas switch. I don't know, I can't tell.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Let's go.
Let's go. That was awesome.
That's only phase 1, though.
Phase 2.
So phase 2, it wipes our canvas away and gives us our other party members. The order is random. So we don't know if we have Lune to start or CL to start. So we're doing a setup where we need to do Elemental Trick to get stains with Lune, and then a base attack which will turn them to Dark Stains. And Dark Stains will amplify our damage by a lot. Now, he's going off of audio cues to know if which order he needs to do it, but basically when we get to CL, we can do a little shenanigan trick of using Intervention with proccing Shortcut on Lune to give her an extra turn without Simon intervening between our turns.
Yes!
Let's go! No. Guys, absolute cinema. Woo!
How do I get out of here again? I don't remember.
Enjoy this.
We're good? All right. Think about my commentators back up for me, but that is the Simon blindfolded fight. I hope I made it look easy, but it is hard to do those timings. I don't know how much was explained because I couldn't hear Bdud at all. I'm sure you did a fantastic job
I
of
think
it.
I did a decent job. I don't know. I might be biased, but...
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema.
I can see you again. Hi.
Oh, it's so bright.
You missed an amazing fight, let me tell you.
Thank you all so much. So, I think it is time for us to part ways, but before we do, I'd like to say a few words. I'd like to thank everybody involved here, everyone involved in GDQ for making this happen. MSF, of course, for doing so much good in the world and for giving us an opportunity to contribute to that. I'd like to thank my couch here and every couch and runner that's been here before this. contributing to the event. I'd like to thank my audience, Miss Amis over here. Thank you all so much. I'd like to thank everybody watching at home, everybody that's donated, of course. Thank you all so much. But even just the people just watching or even told their friends about this event, everything helps. And you're all helping make the world a better place. And most of all, I'd like to thank everyone for giving me an opportunity to be here and help make the world a little bit of a better place myself. So thank you everyone so much. So, final words. Alas, it's time to say goodbye. Until next time, for those who come after.